Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lords of the Night. With me is Ranting Monkey, the Lord of Pain.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And Sumdum American, the Lord of Puppies.
Why are you talking like that?
Because it's cool. It's a great introduction.
And I'm your host, Scribe, the Lord of I'm going to read it as it is written.
Well played.
So let's see. Tonight, SDA is wearing something colorful. Everybody say hello to SDA in her colorful shirt.
Hi, SDA, in your colorful shirt.
You can tell that she's enthused about this change of attire.
I think she's worried about. She has that worried look on it. She never trusts me. She needs to trust
I
me.
don't like
I told her she needs to wear more color. And look, doesn't she look really nice in that color?
Yes. Look at all the compliments you shall get.
Anyhow. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies. Don't forget to smash that like button. And since we're on Scribe's channel, if you donate at least $10, you will get a specialized ad, either of your choice, or you can leave it up to him.
Yep. And the randomness of Amazon.com random generator product thing. Do we have anything to discuss prior to newsy news?
I may be making a lot of noises tonight. If I get too bad, I will turn myself off. Bad pain day. Not worth it.
Am I being auctioned off?
Do you want to be?
Auctioning you off.
It's up to you guys. I don't care.
You don't care if you're auctioned off? Well, I mean, this isn't the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
They're not allowed to do that anymore. They're selling like chickens or something now.
I know. Well, what would I be auctioning off?
Her face on cam.
Oh,
like
doing the
FaceTime
FaceTime
last
thing?
2 nights.
Oh, okay. Well, then anything under a $10 donation will count as minutes that I keep SDA presented. How's that?
That works. And she has to smile for it at least once.
The whole time.
The whole time.
I'll get wrinkles. I can't do that.
Wrinkles?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Nobody cares about wrinkles.
I do. I can't age.
Nobody worries about wrinkles till a woman's like 45.
No, what you have to do is at 25 is when you start getting wrinkle filler, so you don't get gross.
Wrinkle filler?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do on my 25th birthday.
You mean spackle?
Like face spackle?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, on the face spackle note,
I'm so glad I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about my wrinkles.
Let's see. So as far as I know, CNN does not have nothing crazy has happened today of
That's
world
3 days in a row.
I know which means when the shoe finally drops, it's going to be a big combat boot is what it's going to be.
Oh, gee, I am so sorry.
Did you just sneeze? That was so cute.
I am so sorry.
Dear God. I mean, when you said you were going to be making noises, I thought, some grunts or groans, but not like screaming into the microphone. Jeez Louise.
Lady Monkey is dying behind me laughing.
Well, she also finds speeding up a Spider-Man movie review hilarious, so.
She's in a really good mood lately. I think because I'm dying. My eyes are happy.
You're dying. That's hilarious. Okay, well, we can't do a stream without starting off with some kind of Trump-Russia information.
Yay.
So apparently, and I'm not sure yet because I haven't read the story, but apparently, and could you guys keep an eye on the chat in case something pops up because I've got news all over the place here.
Thank you, Lucky Seven, the only person who said bless you. Thank you.
I said bless you.
Motherfucker.
I didn't hear y'all with your laughs.
I laughed.
I said bless you, motherfucker.
And then I said bless you.
You said, was that a sneeze? It's so cute.
And then I said bless you.
That's a
I didn't
kind
hear
of
that
blessing.
word. There was laughter in my ears.
Okay.
So?
On to the important
we're
thing.
watching chat.
So Trump Jr.
We're off to a great start here.
Yeah, Trump Jr. admits he wanted info on Clinton from Russian. Okay, I don't know the context of this. All right, so a meeting between President Donald Trump's eldest son and a Russian lawyer during the presidential campaign occurred at the behest of a Moscow-based singer with family ties to Trump's businesses, according to a participant in the talks. Donald Trump Jr. acknowledged Monday he made time for the meeting, hoping to get information about Democrat Hillary Clinton. The circumstances surrounding the meeting fueled new questions about the Trump campaign's possible ties to Russia, which are being scrutinized by federal and congressional investigators. Some election law experts said a discussion of potentially damaging information on Clinton could prompt scrutiny from special counsel Robert Mueller in light of federal laws barring foreign contributions to campaigns. I thought contributions to campaign, are they only monetary contributions or are they like informational contributions?
I assumed it was monetary, but
I would have
never
thought so
looked into
too.
it.
Larry Noble, a former general counsel at the Federal Election Commission, said the situation, quote, raises all sorts of red flags, unquote. You do not want your campaign to be involved with foreign nationals, period, said Noble, now senior director at the Campaign Legal Center. On Monday, Trump Jr. tried to brush off the significance of the meeting, tweeting sarcastically, quote, obviously, I'm the first person on a campaign to ever take a meeting to hear info about an opponent. Went nowhere but had to listen, unquote. Well, there's such a thing as opposition research.
Yeah.
It's a little odd to go outside of the country for it, depending, I suppose, but...
Yeah.
Hours later, New York-based attorney Alan Futerfas said he had been retained to represent the president's son. And Trump Jr. said on Twitter he was willing to work with the Senate Intelligence Committee, one of the panels probing possible campaign collusion, quote, to pass on what I know. And that's basically it. Then they reiterate a whole bunch of, past history with the whole Russian thing.
We had our first super chat. Thank you for you fuck off. Cute. Really cute. I got it. It says, yay for color. Add Assassin's Creed themed fidget spinner butt plug.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
Really specific.
Wow.
That's really specific.
Okay, let me take note of that. I will think about that between now and MSS News when I will work on that one. Seems to be the best.
Oh yeah. Since we're on Scribe's channel and I'm in a lot of pain, SDA, you're going to be on hashtag MSS News duty. So,
yay!
Last time you were like, "Oh, I didn't know I was going to be there," so now you know.
Okay.
Actually, I might be able to do this now.
Oh, okay.
Because something just occurred
I don't
to me.
have to work.
Well, not now. I mean, if I get like 5 more ad requests, you're going to be busy.
Don't give Scribe money.
Give Scribe lots of money.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Save a lot of it for me.
This broadcast is brought to you by...
I'm just going to miss myself.
This broadcast is brought to you by monkey sneezes. They're full of snot. They're nice and salty. Taste good.
There was no need for that.
Well, I know, but I had to make use of it somehow. I mean, you can't not have somebody sneeze into a microphone and not make use of it. Okay, starting over. Do I have my mojo back? I might have my mojo back. This broadcast is brought to you by Igor Yufakov, Assassin's Creed fidget spinner butt plugs. Whenever you need to make a leap of faith into a stack of hay and want to try to break your fall, be sure to have a fidget spinner butt plug spinning up your backside. That makes sense?
Yeah, it's a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's Assassin's Creed themed, so obviously, anyway.
I liked it. I'm just muting myself so I don't do that to y'all again.
So were you like snorting a whole bunch of Coke today and now your septum's all irritated?
No, I don't know why. It's like this has just started with the stream. I think I'm allergic to purple.
Can you hear Lady?
You're allergic to purple.
I can go change if you want.
If you change right there, we all win.
What is she laughing at? She's on a delay. So what is she?
She's laughing about the sneeze, and people in chat are enjoying this.
Oh boy.
Her and Bloodwing are laughing together.
Netra Rumi, yes, that could have been a smoother advertisement if I had taken time to script it all out. But hey, the person who paid for it just said they loved it. So hey, I'm willing to redo it if it was off the cuff too rough for you, but that's fine. Okay, well, anyway, that was all sort of the super duper national news I had. And truth be told, I've only got a couple of potpourri stories. So we're going to go into MSS News relatively quick.
Okay.
But I will do it unless or until there's a reason for me to not. So you tell me, SDA, what do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear about Iraqi victory, woman who groped, or a judge who sexted?
Time out.
Okay.
Sanguine, thank you very much.
Oh.
Sounds like you would get that plug stuck in like that one English girl from a few nights ago. Oh, yeah. Remember she got the butt plug stuck up her ass?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Moon Poon in 3D. Okay, let me Okay,
I prefer my Poon in 3D. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's okay. So yes, what's your fancy SDA? Iraq. Okay, we'll get that serious one out of the way. This is kind of a follow-up to the one from last night because now Iraq officially declares total victory over Islamic State in Mosul. Iraq on Monday declared total victory over the Islamic State group in Mosul, retaking full control of the country's second largest city 3 years after it was seized by extremists bent on building a global caliphate. Excuse me. Quote, this great feast day crowned the victories of the fighters and the Iraqis for the past 3 years, said Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi, flanked by his senior military leadership at a small base on the edge of the old city where the final battles for Mosul unfolded. Al-Abadi alluded to the brutality of the battle for Mosul, Iraq's longest yet in the fight against ISIS, saying the triumph had been achieved, quote, by the blood of our martyrs. Oh, that's wonderful.
That's not good wording.
No, that's not good at all. While Mosul fell to ISIS in a matter of days in 2014, the campaign to retake the city lasted nearly 9 months. The fight, closely backed by airstrikes from the U.S.-led coalition, brought an end to the extremists' so-called territorial caliphate that has also left thousands dead, entire neighborhoods in ruins, and nearly 900,000 displaced from their homes. Shortly after al-Abadi's speech, the coalition congratulated him on the victory, but noted that parts of the old city still, quote, must be back cleared of explosive devices and possible ISIS fighters in hiding. Yeah. So good news, I suppose, but that took a long time, and the rhetoric from the leader is kind of iffy. The blood of our martyrs.
I just feel like anytime somebody declares total victory, more shit pops up.
Yeah, it's sort of like mission accomplished as a banner over your your speech.
This isn't like fighting World War II where you had a clear enemy who had a capital city that you could take over.
Right.
This is guerrilla warfare, and total victory is, it might be. I hope it is, but
yeah. At least for that town, it's not total victory over the organization, I don't think. But anyway, remaining we have woman who groped and judge who sexted.
Groping woman person.
Okay. Woman who groped passenger gets 8 months of home detention. Okay.
What kind of fucking punishment is home detention, by the way?
Well, yeah, it's you're sent to your room basically
with all of your stuff. Yeah. Go
ahead. An Oregon
woman. Like my normal days.
Well, have you groped someone lately?
No.
You should, because that's all you'll get.
I don't want to grope anybody.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
That is very sad.
You're supposed to make them buy you diamonds first.
Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong this whole time. Shit.
All Baby, buy me diamonds so I can grope you.
That's not how it works.
She said that's not how it works.
No. You buy her diamonds.
That's so I can grope her.
No. You're a guy. It's different.
But hold on. You don't want to know what the story was about?
It's just sexist. Yes, we do. Sorry.
Here's what the story was about. An Oregon woman who licked, groped, and verbally harassed a female passenger during a flight from Las Vegas to Portland was sentenced Monday to 8 months home detention. Heidi McKinney, 27, of Banks, I guess that's the town, declined to make a statement during Monday's sentencing at the federal courthouse in Portland, the Oregonian reported. McKinney, who wrote a letter of apology to the victim, pleaded guilty in March to assault with intent to commit a felony. In addition to home detention, McKinney was sentenced to 3 years on probation. She must also pay $3,000 restitution and abstain from alcohol. McKinney was arrested May 8, 2016, after the Alaska Airlines flight landed at Portland International Airport. The 19-year-old victim told authorities she had been touched without consent. Assistant U.S. Attorney Ravi Sinha wrote in a sentencing memo last week that the abuse started before the plane departed. Sinha said McKinney, who appeared to have been drinking, tried to speak with the young woman, but the victim was reluctant. The prosecutor said it was, quote, partly because the way in which Miss McKinney had inappropriately touched the victim's chest, and partly because Miss McKinney's small talk consisted of repeatedly insulting the victim's perceived economic status and bragging of her own purported wealth, unquote.
Wait. Okay, so she's talking talking to this girl like, "Hey, you poor bitch,"
Yeah.
while groping her.
And I'm so rich, and you're a poor bitch, and so I'm going to grope you.
Does it say where she licked her? Because I think that should be an important factor.
Well, patience. I don't know. I haven't
It
finished.
sounded like you were done with the story. Don't tell him.
No, Monkey said something, and I paused.
I knew I interrupted him.
Yeah, hold on. When the plane took off, things got worse, with the victim at one point putting a hat over her face to avoid McKinney, but McKinney persisted. The prosecutor said McKinney tried to pressure the woman into drinking alcohol she had smuggled on the plane and subjected her to lewd taunts and physical aggression. This was all taking place on in plane seats. This is weird. He said McKinney licked the victim's ear, forced her to touch her breasts, and repeatedly placed her hand on the victim's crotch.
Oh.
Eventually, and in spite of the victim's repeated pleas for Miss McKinney to stop, the abuse culminated with Miss McKinney climbing on top of the victim and telling the victim she wanted to fuck her. That's not said in the article, but it just says expletive, but I can figure out what it means.
I would pay extra for that.
At that point, the victim asked the flight crew to be seated elsewhere. At that point?
At that point.
It took that much. It took that long to get to that point? Seriously?
That is a very understanding young lady.
Wow, you had a high tolerance for being molested. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, shit.
Though Sinha described McKinney's behavior as shocking, he recommended a sentence with a focus on treatment. Of course he did. If it was a man doing this, he would have been thrown in a fucking box.
Right, yeah.
McKinney admitted...
She should be thrown in a box.
It's in a box.
I think some people would pay extra for that treatment. I know I would.
Well,
yeah, it's only okay if both people are into it.
Yeah, only at a venue other than an airplane.
Maybe she just needs a job so she can get some self-esteem.
Oh, maybe if it was on like that Snoop Dogg airplane.
That would work.
That movie where he's like the pilot of some kind of airplane. What's that called again? Somebody in the chat will know. Yeah, there's this plane where it's like a plane that it's got spinners on the wheels, and it's like this totally Somebody in the chat will know what I'm talking about. All right, so our last story ahead of MSS News. The headline obviously caught me on this one. A Texas judge was suspended after Soul Plane. That's what it was. Oh God.
Yeah, sorry.
A Texas judge was suspended after saying she sexted her bailiff and used him to buy drugs.
The fuck?
I love the headline.
Awesome.
A Texas judge has been suspended amid accusations that she sexted in the courtroom, used her bailiff to buy drugs, hired prostitutes, and once brought home marijuana seized from a defendant.
Wow.
What's this judge's name? What is this judge's name? The judge's lawyer called the ruling by the state Supreme Court frustrating and surprising. He pointed out that many of the accusations had long been public, and yet Houston voters overwhelmingly reelected Hillary H. Green anyway. Hillary Green, and she stole marijuana. I love it. Quote, she's very popular in the precinct.
I bet.
For the hookers and the drugs, I'm sure. She's very popular in the precinct. Chip Babcock told the Washington Post. Lots of communication in the community is about how horrible this is. Green, who has not been charged with a crime, strangely enough, was immediately suspended Friday from the court where she has sat as a justice of the peace, overseeing misdemeanors, traffic cases, and small civil suits since 2007. She was once married to one of Houston's most powerful officials, City Controller Ronald C. Green, with whom she has a child. Their divorce battle gave rise to allegations that ultimately led to her suspension. Like maybe she was taking part in prostitution and drugs, stolen from defendants, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like that's a minor thing.
The Greens accused each other of various misdeeds in their divorce filings. When the judge claimed her husband had cheated on her and concealed assets, according to the paper, Ronald Green called his wife a drug addict who, quote, operates daily with impaired judgments as evidenced by her presiding over cases in which she has ongoing sexual relationships with litigants and witnesses.
Wow.
So she uses her courtroom as a meat market? That's
sounds like it.
I'm not sure if I should be horrified or impressed. I don't know. As the Texas Commission on Judicial Conduct would later explain, those accusations prompted it to file a formal complaint against the judge, the first of several that informed its 316-page recommendation to suspend her. More allegations came from Claude Barnes, whom Green acknowledged was her ex-lover, though she denied his testimony that they had hired prostitutes for threesomes. Well, that's an interesting segue for my YouTube news that'll come up later.
That really is.
When he appeared before the commission earlier this year, Barnes recalled an alleged rendezvous in a Crown Plaza hotel room. An escort walked in, Barnes said. Well, she's cute, the judge remarked, according to his testimony. The three of us sat, Barnes testified. We smoked marijuana. We had a couple of drinks, and then the three of us had sex. The couple did ecstasy on other occasions, Barnes said. This is a movie. This is a movie plot. This is where you have to have like the most corrupt, ridiculously corrupt judge ever. Let's see. The couple did ecstasy on other occasions, Barnes said. And he added, he repeatedly helped Green buy prescription cough syrup on the black market.
Oh my God. How much was she buying at a time?
I don't know. How did she have time to do all this? Prostitutes, cough syrup, marijuana, ecstasy, alcohol, dating your plaintiffs. Oh my God. One time, Barnes alleged, the judge came to his house with a bag of marijuana and, quote, told me they took it off a kid in her courtroom. One of the bailiffs gave this to me, unquote. The commission said it obtained hundreds of texts between Green and a bailiff. Green's lawyer would later argue that her husband broke into her phone and stole texts. Well, even if that's true, that doesn't say the texts were hoaxed or something.
Is there a picture of her?
Yes. Well, I believe so. If the headline picture is to be believed. 1 second here. Here's a link in the chat.
I want to see this chick.
Okay. There's more here. This just keeps going. Many of the messages excerpt in the court records are explicitly sexual. Imagine that. Quote, that sounds like a very good dream/fantasy, Green admitted, writing to her bailiff. You know I'm all about oral. Well, you are a judge. Cute. You are a judge, so I guess you enjoy oral arguments. At least one text.
What happened with Monkey?
What happened? He disappeared? Oh, Monkey, where'd you go? I gotta wait for Monkey now. I can't continue talking about the oral judge without Monkey. Unless he got so excited about the picture of the judge that he had to go do something private for a minute. I don't know. He said she was cute.
No.
There he is. What happened to you?
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay. In a letter to the commission, Green acknowledged sending the text and clarified that Loverboy was a supplier of cough medicine, which she said she later gave the bailiff $500 to buy. $500 for cough medicine?
I hope it was a lot.
Holy cow. While she denied hiring prostitutes, Green admitted to abusing drugs, quote, almost every night for several years. Okay. Just speaking as sort of a, citizen type person for a second, that puts every case she ever presided over into question. That could possibly trigger retrials and appeals from everybody who's ever been tried before her for the last several years. Jesus. Anything else here? And it just, it ends shortly thereafter. It's just kind of going over people's reactions to it.
We have a super chat from Sanguine. He said, so clearly the groping lady needed to have this judge preside over her case.
Yeah.
Combo wrench dildo.
Again?
Again?
I did that the other night. I mean, I can do another one because it was like fixing your plumbing in 2 different ways. Okay, you want another combo wrench dildo ad? Are you sure, Sanguine? Wench dildo? Oh, wench dildo. Oh, this time it's the wench dildo. Oh, okay, combo wench and dildo. Wait, that's gross. Okay, wench dildo. Wench dildo. All right.
Is SDA dancing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you dancing to?
I have a song stuck in my head.
What song is that?
Frosty
Dark.
the Snowman.
What? Yeah, no, it's Frosty the Snowman. No,
What is it?
it's a Dark Side of Your Room by All Time Low. I've had it stuck in my head all day. I actually listened to music today while I was writing.
Oh my God.
I know. That's like rare for me.
Yes, Bloodwing, I am aware that cough medicine is used in making meth.
It's
also
weird, like
just
some
for
cough
fun, you know.
medicines, like that they can use to make meth, they have to like age gate you or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, so congratulations, you're 18, you're old enough to make meth.
Kind of, yeah.
You know, if she was making meth on the side at this point, I wouldn't have been surprised if that story had said that.
Well, you can make meth with it, but depending on the type of cough syrup, if you just overtake it, you can hallucinate.
Well, yeah, I mean, the really strong cough syrup has codeine in it or a derivative thereof. So, yeah.
It's really cheap high.
Anyway, that is the end of all of my, potpourri articles. So unless something really crazy is broken news on CNN. Well, I guess this is kind of breaking news. At least it wasn't there when the stream began. So I guess I'll go over this real quick. And CNN's going to play a video, aren't you? Yes. You see, at least the BBC gives you the option of pushing the play button before it plays the video, but CNN just auto plays it for you, whether you want it to or not. Okay. CNN politics. 80 arrested on Capitol Hill after healthcare protests. 80, that's okay. Republican senators returning from recess Monday were greeted by protesters in or around their Capitol Hill offices, demonstrating against GOP efforts to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. Protesters demonstrated in 13 different locations in House and Senate office buildings, according to Capitol Police spokeswoman Eva Malecki. As of Monday afternoon, Capitol Police had arrested 80 protesters, 21 in House office buildings and 59 in Senate buildings, and charged them with the misdemeanor of, quote, crowding, obstructing, or incommoding. Okay, incommoding, Malecki said. Senators Ted Cruz, Jeff Flake, Rob Portman, and Lamar Alexander, all Republicans, had protesters either inside or in the vicinity of their offices, holding signs and chanting their opposition, including "Save our lives, kill the bill," and "Come out and talk to us." Some of the protesters outside of Cruz's office lay down on the ground, blocking foot traffic, forcing Capitol Police officers to carry them down the hall. That's basically it. Okay, no.
Wait, are you doing MSS News or am I?
Well, I have 2 ads I have to write, so you are.
Me too.
At least for the little bit until I get these done.
Why, are you afraid I'll fuck it up?
No, you said you didn't want to do it, so I'll try to make sure you don't do it any longer than you have to.
No, I'm just
Being
kidding.
considerate.
I don't mind doing it.
And by the way, chat, if you have stories you'd like us to take a look at or read on the air, please, by all means, send them to us on Twitter using the hashtag MSSNews. And also, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. We've got 48 as far as I see right now. Can we try to get that to 100, maybe? And I will start working on ads for Moon Poon in 3D and Wench Dildo combination, which is going to be weird. Okay.
Okay, so this comes from Bay. As Scott was so appalled by a fellow Twitter user's choice of snack that he decided to report it to the police.
Damn,
Posting on Twitter, a user called Huda from London unveiled her culinary creation, chocolate and cheese toast. Yeah, no, I would report that to the police too.
Called the police about it?
Yeah.
That seems a bit extreme.
Disgusted by the combo, Jack Young from Glasgow felt so strongly about the novel toasty that he tweeted it to the police in Scotland in a bid to report the criminal creation. Oh, so a guy was just like, haha, and then they're like, this is a story. Okay.
Okay. That seems very sensitive to food. That's all I'm saying.
What?
That seemed very sensitive. Keep going. Keep going. You're fine.
I'm confused.
Don't. Just keep going.
Okay.
What happened?
Nothing. It's fine.
Okay.
This comes from staff reporter Jonah Kai. It's a Florida man story.
Yay.
A Florida medical examiner says John Henry Barrett died recently of a gunshot wound, one he suffered in 1958.
Damn.
Is he okay?
Is he? No, he's dead.
Yes.
So no, he's not okay. The Palm Beach Post reported Monday that the county medical examiner determined that the 77-year-old died in May of an infection and complications related to the gunshot wound and ruled his death a homicide. What?
That is one slow-moving bullet.
The age of 19, Barrett was shot by a friend during a fight. The friend, who was not identified in the medical examiner's report, served time in prison. So, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Wow. I wonder how double jeopardy works in that case.
Yeah, because you already got, I mean, like, you didn't get punished for deading him.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. This comes from First Cynic. Marvel's new Warriors sets its cast, and including Squirrel Girl.
Oh, yeah, I read about this.
I cannot believe they're actually doing Squirrel Girl.
I can, but whatever.
Milana Van Trub and Derek Thieler led.
Do you need me to read for you?
No, I was reading because you just got a $50 donation.
Oh, Sweeper Steven. Thank you.
Yeah, and it caught my. Sorry.
No, I didn't see it. Damn
It's
SDA.
pink.
Damn SDA listening to music, and she is not wearing a black shirt. What world am I in? LOL. Look good, SDA, and Chatelet, everyone, and you guys pick. All right, thank you, Sweeper. And also thank you, Sweet Chili Tea. Currently working on homework while listening to the stream. Your choice. Oh boy, 2 randoms. Okay, I got to get the random product generator out.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The straight to series freeform it's a comedy.
Yes, unfortunately, they're turning the New Warriors into a comedy.
I don't even know
it has to be bad.
what any of this means.
So the New Warriors are they're kind of like if the Avengers had a bunch of fanboys that couldn't be in the Avengers because they were too young, but decided to start their own super team. And they try to take it seriously with that sort of gusto the teenagers have. There's some comedy elements to it because they're young and boisterous, but it wasn't a comedy comic. If they wanted to do a comedy, they should have done like the Great Lake Avengers, because that was a comedy superhero comic book in Marvel. Why they're turning that, and I think Squirrel Girl appeared in that originally or something, but I don't know. It's just silly.
Okay.
Yep.
This comes from Heat Street and from staff reporter Jonah Kai. Your baby gender reveal party is probably scarring your child, says feminist.
Oh, and thank you, Timothy Seelbeck. There is precedent. Double jeopardy does not apply.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Cosmopolitan, the magazine that is so entrenched in heteronormative standards, its current issue contains no fewer than 4 articles about how to please your man during heterosexual intercourse. Wants you to know that revealing your baby's gender before he or she is born will probably corrupt them for life.
Are they going to hear it from inside? Sorry, go ahead.
In the wokest of takes, Cosmo's resident...
Sorry.
Cosmo's resident radical feminist reveals that baby showers, which recently have come to involve complex gender reveals where couples cut into cakes or release balloons to find out what binary sex their precious little one will be saddled with at birth, are potentially damaging.
Saddled with?
Not only is God damn it, I can't read today. Not only is Cosmo's crack reporter uncomfortable with celebrating a fetus's gestational markers. Okay. But she is very concerned that the gender reveal parties don't actually reveal a baby's gender. For fuck's sake. They reveal
the sex of the baby.
Yeah.
Fucking morons. Go ahead. I'm sorry to keep interrupting.
No, it's okay.
I'm channeling my inner SDA.
Yeah, but like you're making good points, so I don't know why I'd be mad.
I feel like I'm interrupting the story when you're trying to tell it, and
no, it's fine actually.
For fuck's sake, you're not gonna harm your child by something they're not even experiencing. For fuck's sake.
They reveal what genitalia the babies will be born with, which may or may not correspond to the gender they feel they are a bit down. Like it, but it probably will.
You know what I've never seen? I've never seen a baby born with purple hair. So if you call it a girl or a boy that early on, it's going to be fine. That's all I'm saying. Keep going.
By shoehorning a newborn into either a male or female box, and worse, still associating them with heteronormative colors, blue and pink, expectant parents are quite literally Hitler. This is Heat Street, by the way, so he's kidding. No, we are not joking. Apparently, Hitler began associating pink with feminine characteristics, so by assigning pink to female or particularly effeminate male, you are basically saying you're exactly like the mastermind behind the Third Reich. Actually, probably worse, because Hitler was vegan.
Hitler was vegan. Confirmed.
So, yeah, basically, gender reveal parties are bad. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You almost done, Scribe.
Yeah. Well, I'm almost got 2 ads done, so hold on a second.
That is moronic even for Cosmo. Oh, well. What else we got? You want me to read some more?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. I got 2 ads done. I'm going to do the random ones after, but I'll get these 2 out of the way. Okay. Sir Adamantine's House of Celestial Sins is under attack by horny moon monsters from the 3rd dimension. Only one man knows how to play 4-dimensional chess to stop the onslaught. Sanguine. Prepare yourself to be assaulted from all sides with boys, bondage, and blow in your face. Here comes Moon Poon 3D.
Very nicely done.
And secondly, Arr, matey, when the rum isn't enough to settle your sea legs, strap a peg leg on your nearest saucy Susie to clean them pipes. Arr, Sanguine's wench doze.
Nicely done. I like the pirate accent there.
Okay, now I got to do 2 randoms. So,
Status reporter Colleen Bernier sent us the story about the woman who groped the other one, and there's actually a picture of her. She's pretty cute.
Can you post that in the chatty chat?
Yeah, we'll put that in the chat. I think most of us would be okay if she did that.
Is this the groper or the gropee?
This is the groper.
The groper. Oh, okay. Because I was curious to see what she looked like.
I feel like that should be something that they offer.
Okay, let's see. So, well.
I mean, she's not like the most prettiest thing ever, but she's not ugly. She's cute.
I prefer a body shot, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't know. She could have like a dick or something, but otherwise.
Well, let's see what Google Images tells me, because that might help.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes, that's what we've devolved into here, guys.
Oh, actually, she's I take that. Sure.
See, I'm onto something with this groping idea on planes.
Yeah. No, she is not in bad shape. Let's put it that way.
That was very diplomatic.
I know. I try to be, polite.
Let's see. I know Scotch sent us a bunch of things. By the way, Scotch, don't tag each of us in it. Just do the MSS News.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find someone because you seemed really insistent on us seeing something. Now,
I'm fairly certain Scotch is trying to earn that staff reporter title.
Indeed. None of them are showing up under the hashtag, though. And I know they were hashtagged. I have to go to my notifications.
Pro tip to everybody. All you need to do is put the hashtag MSS News in your post, and it will show up when we look at it on a nightly basis.
Well, yeah, when it's working.
When it's working, yes.
But that's not our fault when it's not.
Right.
Hang with me, guys, because I really want to get to one of these. I want to be.
Oh my god.
There we go. I've got into something. Let's see. You already covered that story. Okay, this is a Penn State hazing death.
Ooh, shit.
Frat brothers texted that pledge looked dead. What the fuck? A shouting match between prosecutor and defense teams erupted Monday in a Pennsylvania courtroom shortly after potentially incriminating text messages were revealed during a preliminary hearing in the case of Penn State student who died during an alleged hazing incident. God damn, that's a long sentence. Whew. 18 men are facing charges relating to the February death of 19-year-old Timothy Piazza. Piazza died after falling down a flight of basement steps in the Beta Theta Pi frat house after a night of heavy drinking, according to authorities. Center County District Attorney Stacey Park Miller began Monday's hearing by questioning the case lead investigator about text messages from the fraternity brothers. Quote, "He looked fucking dead," one text read. Another text from a fraternity brother read, "I think we are fucked, like beyond fucked." Other texts presented by the prosecution urged the brothers to keep the new pledges quiet, while one seemed to acknowledge how damaging an accusation of hazing could be for the men. "I don't want to go to jail. Hazing is a huge thing," the text said. Wow. Parks Miller also presented a Google search made by one of the fraternity brothers, which read, "How will 9 drinks in an hour affect a 200-pound guy?"
Apparently the way.
Well, in fairness, it doesn't sound like he died from the alcohol.
Okay.
He died.
Well, then how did he dead?
He fell down a flight of stairs.
Oh, that sucks.
Because of the alcohol. Yeah. It doesn't say much else about this. I mean, it talks about them getting into the argument. Apparently $200 worth or $2,000 worth of alcohol was purchased for this party or hazing incident. But yeah, apparently they had some texts where they said he looks fucking dead. I imagine he did at that point. And that's not funny. I'm sorry that there's a kid dead about that, or dead, but man. From Jonakai, we have Florida woman.
Hey!
Real quick, thank you, Sanguine. Does he look like a bitch?
What, Smarcellus Wallace? Okay, well, that's the first under $10 donation we've had. So 2 minutes of SDA face cam. Da-da-da!
No, that's the second one. We had a 5-minute one a few minutes ago.
Did we? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then I will start the clock at 7 minutes starting now. I apologize. So I have 6:44 or 9:44 on your side of things. So we'll put that at 52 after the hour.
Florida woman, 71, attacked by alligator in gated community.
No.
So she didn't do anything. Well, she might have done something stupid. Let's find out. A Florida woman was airlifted to the hospital after she was attacked by a 10-foot alligator in a gated community Sunday, just days after another gator nearly bit a golf ball diver's arm off. The woman, 71, was in the Shadowwood Preserve gated community in San Carlos Park when she was attacked just before 6 p.m., according to San Carlos Park Fire District. The woman was bitten several times on her arm and leg. The woman was transported to the hospital as a trauma alert. A trapper was called to the scene to catch the 10-foot alligator. The gator will be euthanized. The gator was just doing what gators do. That ain't fair.
Well, what was the old bag doing?
It doesn't really say. The attack comes 2 days after an alligator nearly ripped a professional golf ball diver's arm off in Charlotte County. Scott Lahodic, 51, was working in the lake at the Rotunda Golf and Country Club at the time.
Wait, a professional golf ball diver?
That's what it says.
That is a thing that exists as a job.
I guess they get them out of the lake.
And sell them back,
Little.
I suppose. Yeah.
Well, all you got to do is use a big rake.
Why is somebody mad that I called her an old bag? Like, what? Some old Yankee went down to Florida, was like, I'm not in a swamp, and then was like, oh shit, I'm in a swamp. Like, that's not my fault.
Sir Adamantine, thank you very much. Very special commercial request, Scribe. I'd like an integration of Boys, Blow, and Bondage with Pimp Daddy Monkey.
Yeah. Pimp Daddy.
Okay. Well, on that note, I have 2 ads to read now. I got the random ones done.
Cool.
And you'll be amazed at the products that appeared when I did the random thing for these guys.
Apparently, it's rude to call her an old bag. Well, it's rude to pet an alligator, but, you know.
It's unwise to pet an alligator. I don't know if it's rude, but anyway.
Old and baggy.
Looking for the best party gag to play on your friends? Are you German and looking for something to excite you sexually? Need something to exfoliate with in the shower? Try Sweeper Stevens Doggy Duty Fake Dog Poop Handcrafted Soap. Sweeper's Doggy Poop Soap. You'll smell like shit.
Nice.
And secondly, and this is a thing that exists apparently. Let's put a smile on that face with Sweet Chili Tea's purple-handled, green-bladed tactical hunting knife. Your friends will be wondering why so serious for the rest of their lives.
Oh dear God!
Yeah, that is a thing that exists. It was a purple-handled, green-bladed, metallic tactical hunting knife. It was called the Joker model, and I was like, okay.
That seems insensitive.
Now I need to do Boys, Blow, and Bondage with Pimp Daddy Monkey. All right.
Pimp Daddy Monkey. Do we want to do any more stories, or do we want to go ahead and start moving to, okay. You shook your head no, but was that a dance move, or was that no?
No, we should do YouTube.
All right, let's move on to YouTube. He's still making an ad so we can do our stuff. What did you do today, SDA?
I wrote 10,000 words of my novel. Basically what I did. But after this at 11:30 Eastern time, not Scribe time, I'm going to be on my channel with Bay, and we're going to do book club for the second book in the Covenant series, which is called Pure. And yeah.
And that's right after this?
Yeah, at 11:30.
And whose channel? I'm sorry.
Mine.
Okay. So 11:30 tonight, guys. You can tune in and watch SDA and Mara chat. What?
I fucking hate this book.
Oh, I thought you were saying no to what I was saying there.
No. I'm just like, if you want to see me lose my mind, it's a good place to be. Just saying.
There you go. So if you want to see her freak out, go tune in. I made a video today, which I wasn't even planning on making. Joy Sparkles temporarily lost her second channel, Spurpinklebow. Apparently, it got mass flagged by Daddy of 5 fans, and it was enough to get her shut down for a while. But she did get it back today.
When I was watching your video and I was listening to her seriously talk about her second channel, and she kept saying the name, I was like, I don't give a shit. You named your channel something stupid. And like, I just, every time she says it, I'm like, oh, that's so.
Yeah. But she also has a strike on her main channel. She got Spurpinklebow back today. As far as I know, she didn't get the strike removed from her main channel, but I didn't watch her video on it, so I'll have to watch that later. But I just wanted to give her a little advice, because she does a lot of really stupid shit on her channel. And I don't give a fuck if she wants to do stupid shit on her channel. But when you do stupid shit on your channel that ends up getting it taken down and it's entirely your fault, you can't go bitching about it. And I don't even mind the bitching about it. But what really bothers me is this thing we have in our society. And I'll talk about it more here in a minute. But where people get in trouble for something, and instead of just going, yes, I did that, they then go, yeah, but somebody else did this. I might have done something bad, but somebody else did this. So why aren't you punishing them? I first really noticed this when I started working at Walmart. I had to do reviews, people's yearly performance reviews. And there was also constantly people who would get passed over for promotion, and they would always be like, but well, the person who got it does this, this, and this wrong. When I would do their yearly reviews, I would review what they did, their performance. And anytime I said anything negative about their performance, which happened quite often, they would always fall back on, well, so-and-so does this. Well, so-and-so breaking a rule or not doing something well has nothing to do with what you do as a person. Your performance is not based on how other people act. And that's kind of the thing that was going on here. She doesn't think she should lose her channel because Onision's a dick, or because some dude posted 4 actual pornographic movies to his channel and didn't lose it. YouTube does not catch everything. I wish they caught more, don't get me wrong. But even if everything she said about everyone else is true, it doesn't mean she was in the right with the shit she did. And that's something I think people really, really, really need to understand. Because you're responsible for you. If you get caught doing stupid shit, you still did stupid shit, no matter what other stupid shit other people are doing. So either you cannot do stupid shit and then you don't have to worry about it, or if you do it and you get caught, just own up to it. Yeah, I fucked up, and move on with your life. So that's what I made the video about. And as I've done so often recently, a little bit of a shitstorm on this, because holy fuck, the Joy Sparkle community is like vegans on Prozac.
Really?
They are very passionate people.
Yeah.
But in a very passive aggressive kind of way. It's actually kind of funny to read some of their comments. But yeah, they are very, very fucking passionate.
Okay.
I don't think she should have lost her channel over the stuff she lost it over. Like with the one with Spur Pinkobo, what she lost it over is showing child abuse. I think she might want to start thinking about taking those down. Because we all know she spams the fuck out of these videos. And at some point, you're just showing it because you like watching kids get beat.
Sweeper Steven, thank you. If you did miss it, I bet there will be 10 videos on it, Monkey.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
And that's 5 more minutes on the SDA face cam time. So we're looking at about, actually, I should have ended it a minute ago, but we'll add it now. So just at the top of the hour. I'll just give it to that because I screwed up. So 7 more minutes.
Irate Prostate says, Ranting Monkey, she does know what she's doing. She started earlier this year, and she has a degree in marketing. Okay. You're right and you're wrong. She knows what she's doing with her mass spamming and, frankly, blatantly against the TOS tagging of her videos. But what she doesn't know what she's doing is, like, getting in a fight with Onision is fucking retarded. Because you're not going to play as dirty as he is. You're just not. And he's going to get away with it because he's smarter than she is. One of the things she bitched about, and I highlighted in my video, is her bitching about a video that he had already taken down. He put up a video specifically to piss her off. And then he took it down after he knew she saw it. And she's whining that YouTube didn't do something about it. Well, they're not going to do anything about it because they can't. At that point, to them, the video doesn't even exist anymore. But it got her going. He plays her like a fucking fiddle, and it's actually kind of funny if you watch it in that regard. I agree. She took the Angry MGTOW channel growth course, and she's played it very well, and especially after she hit on Daddy of 5, because she milked the fuck out of that.
Crazy opinion, thank you. Joy is an attention whore, clickbait everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely she is.
And 2 more minutes on the SDA clock.
But while that is working for her right now, as I warned her in my video, eventually it's going to catch up to her, especially the stuff she's doing that most of you don't see that YouTube creators look at. There's a lot of stuff she's done that she should not be doing, period. Mm-hmm. Like clickbait. Her one video, court case update, and then you watch it and there is literally fucking nothing about the court case in the video. Mm-hmm. Nothing. That is absolute clickbait, and you can lose your channel for that. I am surprised nobody has told her to rename that, or if they have, she hasn't listened to them, because she still could get in trouble for that. But yeah, so yeah, she knows what she's doing with building the channel. She knows how to get fast growth, but fast growth like that usually comes at the cost of the creator losing their channel for doing shit they shouldn't be. And when that does happen to her, I have no sympathy, because people have told her about this and told her to stop doing it. And all she's interested in is getting those subs. So at some point, it'll blow up in her face. And when it does, I hope she doesn't lose her channels, because I don't begrudge anybody their success, but
yeah,
it's not going to go well.
You're going to have a bad time.
Okay. You're going to have a bad time.
So I've finished this special ad for Sir Adamantine, and I hope Monkey enjoys the alliterations I've come up with. For 3 nights only, headlining Sir Adamantine's House of Celestial Sins, Pimp Daddy Monkey and his menagerie of magnificent midgets. Night number 1 is Boys Night, with $5 off all drinks for manly men willing to oil wrestle with the dainty dwarves. Night number 2 is Blow Night, snorting mountains of cocaine, Tony Montana style. And night number 3 is Bondage Night, featuring Monkey binding and flogging his half-pint hotties for your enjoyment. Sir Adamantine's House of Celestial Sins. Be there or be morally pure.
Nice.
All right. So I guess it's my turn. Perfect timing. So first off, I scripted a video today that's going to be a much longer affair. It's another graduation commencement speech at a Oregon college. Oh, thank you, Sir Adamantine. Pure beauty. Appreciate that. 5 more minutes on the clock, so we're looking at 6:10 at this point, I believe. Or not 6:10, 7:10, or 10:10, your guys' time. It's a commencement speech or graduation speech at a Oregon college by a doctor of multicultural education. And I didn't know this at the time I started watching this, but the speaker is actually credited as the person who coined the phrase white fragility.
Oh.
So she gives a speech. I critique the speech. The one annoying thing about the video, the raw video, is that they were having some kind of errors over the course of the video. So occasionally it'll like cut out to black for about 3 seconds and then start up again. And it's not that it skipped over, and it literally skips over the audio in the video for that couple of seconds. So it throws a couple of things out of whack as far as context, but I have to work past them. But it was a very confusing speech, and I'll be recording the audio tomorrow. I'll probably be assembling it either tomorrow and or Wednesday, so it should be out Wednesday, I hope. But in the meantime, in the course of my looking for interesting things to find today, as my loyal viewers know, I try to look for relatively obscure things or stuff off the beaten path. And I came across what I thought at first had to be a skit. I thought it was a comedy skit. It's not. It's an actual business, apparently, called 3waystoharem.com. It is introduced to us by a Gumby impersonator with hair that sticks up, with plenty of mousse, flanked by his wife and their girlfriend, telling us how they're going to teach us how to form our own harems. It's a brief video. There wasn't much to it. They have several different short videos on their channel that have either clips of them at clubs or being counselors on Playboy TV or doing interviews with themselves about their relationship. But I just thought I'd show off that this is a thing that exists in the world, and it's on my channel now. So yeah, it's not social justice related. There's no real depth to it. It was just a funny thing I found, and I thought people would enjoy it.
I was disappointed for a few reasons.
Happening?
You were disappointed. What? Sorry, SDA what?
Punisher said SDA already has that down. What do I have down? What did I do?
I'm going to read the chat. Oh, crazy opinion. Thank you. I hate monkeys started looking at midget videos. Why? He's
welcome.
always looked at midget videos. Yeah.
I think
what were you saying?
Is comma there?
Oh, okay.
He hates.
I hate monkey.
He or she hates me. I'm imagining he because of the avatar. Don't mean to misgender.
Oh yes. Okay.
I've gotten him into midget porn, and you're welcome for that. It's a beautiful thing.
See. Yes, punctuation is important. What were you going to say, Monkey, about the video?
I was disappointed because they didn't tell me, other than have your girlfriend or wife set up the threesome for you. They didn't explain how you do that. Right.
There's nothing. I guess you have to pay to get that part of the college course.
Yeah, and I guess that's information worth paying for. But I feel like they could have given us a little tease. You know what I mean? You know, like one trick to make it happen. One
trick, you say?
Midget babies are scary looking. Okay, midget.
What? Oh, yes. Thank you, Mara.
How did we get from midget porn to midget babies?
That's gross. I don't know.
Don't ruin creepy, and they are creepy.
Okay. Anyway, if you go to their channel, the 3 Ways to Harem channel, earlier in their video uploads, there is a little video they've put up of the 3 of them at some kind of sex club, where he's introducing his wife and their girlfriend to someone who's very impressed by how pretty they are. And I guess it's all about just showing off, which makes the most sense in the world given his hair. And really, you need to see this guy's hair. It's Vanilla Ice.
Like Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron or Vanilla Ice. It's one of the 2 in there. Yeah.
It looks like Vanilla Ice and Jimmy Neutron had a baby.
Midget baby?
A midget Vanilla Ice Jimmy Neutron baby.
Yeah.
Make it a lady boy. No, okay. So the other thing that I was a little disappointed with on their 3 Ways to a Harem thing is it is very sexist, and I know we're not supposed to say that as anti-SJWs, but it's all about getting to lots of women's, which I approve of.
Yes, but
for the ladies out there, sometimes they might want to be part of a sandwich. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up.
In the middle, that's it.
Cream filled in the well, it's interesting you bring up that particular subject because that is the keyword that actually brought me to find that channel. Oh, thank you, Sanguine Monkey. How do you go from midget porn to midget babies? The answer is a broken condom. Very good. Congratulations. Bravo. Bravo, Sanguine. Another 5 minutes on the clock puts us to 15 after the hour. So what I had done is I looked up one of the keyword combinations I look up to see if there's anything that pops up is sexism space minus MGTOW, because I don't want to see videos about MGTOW. And this video popped up with it's an interview with the wife being asked, is there any sexism in this polyamorous relationship? And I didn't have any context for this at first. And I was just like, okay, so I clicked on it and I started watching. And then it's when I looked down at the channel name and I thought, what? 3 Ways to Harem. And because the word harem was in there, I thought, is this a Muslim thing? And I was like, no. And then I looked at the channel, I was like, oh my God. And that's when I found the little intro video. So yeah, sexism is something they talk about, but I think they talk about more of it like how their man treats other women. Like does he see his partners as simply sex objects and that's it? That he and his wife are just and girlfriends are just sex objects. And they're of course saying no, of course he doesn't.
Yeah. And the last time I saw that on a video about this kind of subject, I just have 2 words for you: Russian Deadpool.
Oh.
So?
Oh, too soon. No, I'm kidding. I don't. You know what? I don't think I would be surprised if Gumby hair is Deadpool level of nutso. But you never know. You never know.
Yeah,
I think he loves himself too much. But anyway,
he just wants pussy, and more power to him. But come on.
Yeah. I mean, well, his both his wife and their girlfriend are very attractive. What can I tell you? If that's as deep as your thinking goes, and I don't know if it does.
I'm not impressed by it though. I'm not. You know what impresses me?
What's that?
Pimps impress me.
Oh yeah.
Pimps are far more. Their game is at a whole new level because all he does is get some skanky bitches with low self-esteem to sleep with him in groups. Cool. That's not that hard. Low self-esteem bitches will do anything. Just Give them the love that their daddy never did, and they will let you do anything you want to them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you talk a bitch into selling her body and giving you the money, that takes talent. That's all I'm saying. The body isn't even cold. Monkey 7.
Yes. It's funny you bring that up because that is a plot thread and one of my most favorite plot threads, actually, for a particular character in the TV show The Shield. One of our detectives, who is a sort of has bad luck in love in the course of the series, he has to interrogate a guy who is a pimp, and what happens is they find this woman who is like this suburban housewife, soccer mom, that on the side has been convinced to be a prostitute, and this guy did it. And at one point, the detective asked him, "It's like, how do you do it? I mean, I don't understand how do you make this work?" Because he's both like sort of asking him for the sake of the case, but also he's really curious. Like, how did you take this woman who's like high class and turn her into a dirty whore, basically? And the guy's like, "Man, it's simple. What you got to do is you got to be the one to break them down before you build them back up again." And it's like this major secret, and it's just like I'm not even quoting it, but yeah, but
it's like boot camp.
Kind of. It's something, but the guy, the script writer and the actor obviously do it much better, and I'm not even quoting it verbatim, but it's just such a weird thing, and it's I remember that it speaks to some kind of really base psychology about people, and I found it really fascinating. So, yeah. And by the way, if you have not watched The Shield, you really should watch The Shield, and I'm saying that to everybody.
I get why a woman would sell her body. I do.
Okay.
I don't get why they would give that money to somebody else. That to me is the part that takes the talent from the pimp to convince her, look, that booty is only worth selling if you give me some of the money.
Right.
I mean, here we are.
Well, you get something out of this too. This is a group effort here.
That sounds gross.
No, it's not.
Effort. It's a group effort.
All you have to do is click on the thing, and then I just look pretty.
Well, it is a simple equation. I won't deny it.
We're not selling your ass either, so it's just your pretty face. We'll do it for the monkey on my next stream. We'll set the screen to me for money. We'll see what happens.
SDA, Lord of Self-Exploitation. Well, I think we are into discussion / deep topic territory if we have something we want to talk about.
Let's talk about rabid fan bases on YouTube. What makes that happen?
Tribalism.
But okay, I get that, but
I don't think it's that. I think because it's like sex within the whole thing, I guess. I don't know.
You mean sects as in SECT?
Did I not say that?
Well, I just want to make sure because it can sound both ways.
It kind of sounded like SEX.
Okay, well, the not that.
Okay.
The not sex. The other sex.
Sects.
Okay. And I think it comes from like sort of groups that are kind of in the mix, but they're also on the fringes of things. So, for example, Teal Deer appeals to autistic shitheads. You know, so that's why you have this crazy tribal fan base.
But like
Joy Sparkles.
Teal Deer's an excellent point because like with Joy Sparkles, it's a little more broken down. But like with Teal Deer, this is somebody who is known for being hyperlogical, very, very well researched, and does all of his homework. And I point out one little point where he actually didn't do that, and you would have thought that I said he should have been shot. Everybody was so pissed off over that, and I don't get why, if you're watching somebody for that reason, that when they do have that failing, you wouldn't go, yeah, they're fucked up. They fucked up there. It doesn't mean you have to hate them. One of the comments I got very early on in my video was somebody who unsubbed from me because I was apparently defending Onision in my video, which I didn't do. I actually called him a douche a couple of times. I think I insulted him another way also. But all they heard was that I was being mean to Joy. And if you want to unsub to me, that's fine. I want as many subs as I can get, but if I'm not your cup of tea, that's fine. But I don't understand the mentality behind that kind of shit. And I'm hoping somebody can explain it in a way that does make sense to me. Because as much as I love you guys, if you said something stupid, I would tell you, you said something stupid.
Would you, if someone insulted you and your fans went after them, what would you do?
I'd tell them not to. I'd tell them to leave them alone. And I've done that before. There's been people who have insulted me in my comments, and somebody will jump to my fence like, no, it's okay. They're allowed to have their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just don't take the insults so seriously.
Well, I think, I mean, I said tribalism before, and I think that's pretty much true. I mean, if you have someone to whom you are a fan and they speak your mind for you, not in the sense that you're, like, I remember before I sort of had my rhetorical awakening, let's say, before I started listening to Hitchens do his religious debates, and I heard from his mouth verbally the way my mind had been working most of my life, but I just never found a way to articulate. He became sort of a spokesman for my mind in the absence of my ability to do so, or my I don't know, self-esteem, self-confidence to do so. Now, I found my own way of expressing myself, but I could see how someone attaches themselves to someone who can be a voice for them, a representative for them. And if that person comes under attack, you've sort of allied part of your own sense of self with this person's well-being and welfare. And so an attack on them kind of feels like an attack on you. And this goes for, I mean, anything, whether it's like a pop star or a political candidate or whatever. If you've, you know, it's a power exchange of a kind, to bring in some Dom sub thing into it, where you're giving over a certain amount of your personality risk to someone else as your proxy.
I guess I'm just not that invested in people.
Well, no, it doesn't happen for everybody. I mean, and again, I can sort of virtually imagine what it would be like. I haven't gotten to the point where I've been so, you know, like you say, invested in someone that I've been rabidly defensive of them beyond reason. Sort of like if one of my heroes does something that I would criticize one of my opponents for doing, I would let them off with a pass. Like that kind of zealotry. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I have been guilty of sort of sugarcoating things when something has been done by someone that I would consider on my side, as a sense of loyalty or a sense of understanding that I might extend them versus someone that I disagree with. I've tried to work my way out of that kind of thinking over the last couple of years, just because it's obviously not fair. But I mean,
well, I don't even have a problem with that. If somebody watched my video today and they had a genuine criticism of something I said, that's fine. I've always said it's perfectly possible for two people to look at the same exact information and come away with different opinions about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no problem with people who want to disagree with what I said,
mm-hmm.
as long as they're actually disagreeing with what I said. I mean, these are people who have obviously watched some of the video, at least enough to know who I'm talking about in the video. But didn't pay enough attention to, I mean, I got accused of supporting Onision's pedophilia. And I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? What the fuck did you hear that led you to that?
Mm-hmm.
Look, just because two asshats end up in a fight, it doesn't mean that you support one asshat over the other one.
Exactly. If you watched my coverage of their debate, I was not kind to either one of them. But I just don't, and I don't mean to bash on just the Joy Sparkle one, because as you know, I've been in fights with some very zealous people lately, and I've seen this with every one of those groups. I mean, it's like you're not allowed to disagree, or you're horrible as a person.
Well, you're not part of the cult.
Yeah.
I mean, these are, I mean, in some fashion, I suppose. I don't know much about her, but Joy Sparkles is a cult of personality. She has framed herself as a defender of children, you know, and people who are obsessed with scandal and everything else, like Daddy 05. They might buy into the same narrative that she has constructed for herself, whether she believes it or not, as she is a champion for these abused children, rather than milking them for her own purposes. And so if you have someone that you see as doing good and the righteous thing, and you see that person being criticized from your perspective unfairly for what they're doing is right. Like if someone agrees with Joy Sparkles that Onision needs to be taken down and Daddy 05 is an evil that needs to be exposed, and that's the narrative you've surrounded this character with, then yeah, anything you say is obviously going against goodness, and therefore you are a threat to that, or you're in the wrong for doing so, etc. I mean, you can't.
Is the SDA clock up?
Oh, yes, it is. I apologize. Oop.
You don't want to be seen anymore?
Well, I mean, you know, if she's not, if someone's not getting paid for it, it's probably true that you just take it off. And the fact that you can't understand that just means that you're a relatively rational, reasonable person. You know, it's sort of like when I try to describe a migraine to someone that's never had a migraine, or depression for someone that's always been happy. I can imagine what it must be like to be obsessed because with someone or something, because I was there in my youth. I had a time where I was like OCD obsessed about something to the point of like, if I was acting that way as an adult, I would probably be in jail somehow. But so I can sort of think back to how my mind operated at that time. So I can empathize with the idea.
What kind of shit were you into as a 6-year-old?
No, not as a 6-year-old. Okay. When I was in junior high, I became like super proto, and I say proto, not actual, proto stalker-ish about a girl. I didn't follow her around and stuff, but my brain was obsessed to the point that if I actually started acting out in the real world the way my brain was operating, it would have been probably creepy to criminal harassment conduct. I didn't do it, but I couldn't turn my brain off about it. And so I had a time where I was like sick, obsessed about this girl. I eventually worked my way out of it without anything happening, which is fine. But I have those memories of like how something can get stuck in your head to the point where you become rabidly focused on something beyond reason. So super duper fans that would take the time to attack you because you criticized their hero or something. Like I say, I can see where they're coming from in that crazy way, but it's also not healthy, obviously.
Scotch just asked, who's worse? Whose fans are worse, Vegan Gains or Angry MGTOWs? Honestly, Vegan Gains. And there's actually a good reason for that. And it's because vegans have the moral aspect of their argument, where the MGTOWs are just about, you know, protecting themselves. So when you throw in morality into anything, you're going to get zealots. I see what you're saying on my brain comprehends it on an intellectual level, but it's not something I as a person can actually get. It makes no sense to me. It just doesn't.
Sure.
If I think somebody is wrong, no matter, somebody actually in the comments said that if this happened to Scribe Light or Roaming Millennial, you would jump to their defense. I'm like, well, they make different kinds of videos, for one. And two, if I thought they were wrong, I would tell them they were wrong. I've actually done that with Roaming Millennial, for fuck's sake.
Okay, how about this analogy then? If not like a personality like Joy Sparkles or Teal Deer or Vegan Gains or something. Imagine a fight between two people arguing about their favorite sports team.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if you look at YouTube personalities as your favorite competitors, favorite sports teams, I'm on team this, I'm on team Teal Deer or whatever. Does that translate a little bit more clearly to how someone could get sort of personal possessive of a person or an idea like that?
No, because you see, as a football fan, I am the football fan where if my team is getting away with cheating, I'm like, yeah, if they're getting away with cheating, they should lose this fucking game. I even as zealous as I've gotten in my sports fandom, it's never been to the point where I'd be willing to trade blows over it, or that I would blindly follow my team when they were fucking up. Ask me about the Chargers sometime and why they suck.
Well, no, that's
I
not what I'm
have
saying.
whole opinions on that.
I'm not saying about something we're cheating. I mean, like I said, enjoy Sparkle.
But
enjoy, yeah.
That's, when it comes to like the sports team and stuff, that's what usually happens. It's rarely just because there's a Giants fan sitting next to a Jets fan. There was something that kicked it off. There was some game that was lost. There was some play that got called bad. There was always something. And in that regard, the analogy still fits well because there's a flag on this play, in my opinion. Joy Sparkles needs a flag thrown. But I've always been more pragmatic about it. As much as I love my team, I'm not going to fight over them, first of all. And if I think they're wrong, I'm going to say they were wrong. If I think they fucked up, I will say they fucked up.
Yeah, but you've known sports fans who act like that, who are totally loyal to the brand and the team, just come what may, right?
Yep, and I don't get them. I don't understand that.
All
kind
right.
of thing.
Well, I think that Team Joy Sparkle versus Team Onision is in the same realm of both sense and passion as you might have for a sports team. And any peripheral threats or criticisms of those ideas engender the same kind of reaction as super duper sports fans. I think that's about as close as I could come to coming up with a like more understandable analogy.
On an intellectual level, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
As a person, I'm just like, this is fucking retarded.
Gotcha. Anything to add, SDA?
Lady Monkey, I'm trying to drink here.
I think Joy and Vegan Gain should date. Oh, Lord.
Imagine those children.
Ugh.
Oh, they would be the most annoying children ever born. BG, you take that back. Unless you're a Chargers fan, you don't get to say they suck. They do suck, but unless you're a Chargers fan, you can't say it.
Now see? Your reaction... but no. In the absence of knowing where he stood on the issue, you already criticized him reflexively.
I didn't criticize him. I said he couldn't do it.
He can't. So he's not allowed to say that unless. Okay.
Damn right. You know why?
Why is that?
This is our stream. It's on your channel, but it's our stream.
God's sake, the two of you need to chill.
Well, it is about time. Do you have anything to add to this, SD, before we move on to chat time?
No.
Okay. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are into chat time, the last half hour or so of the stream. If you have any questions for us, by all means, post them in the chat. If we've missed them since the chat began, please repost them with a couple of question marks or 500 question marks if you are nothing for you here. And we will notice them or attempt to. And if you have not already, please hit that like button. And then in the chance that you've missed the first 10 minutes of the stream, just to make sure we do the ritual to ensure that no demons escape tonight. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies. There you
go. Erie Marie says, I really want to sleep, but I want to keep watching the stream. We post these the next day, or well, actually, as soon as we're done. So you can watch them tomorrow.
Yeah. They're not going anywhere. They will be archived. And I've got on my channel, I've got a playlist of all the past streams. I don't keep them publicly displayed. I keep them archived in a playlist if you want to watch any of the older ones.
Yeah, what I do is I keep the last one up so it's easy to find.
Yeah.
But they're all in a playlist, and I archive 90% of them.
I have all mine I have all of them in a playlist too. So.
Oh, and also I want to take a moment and which I don't do often enough and thank our stream moderators, Mashishu, Your Boy Pat, Lady Monkey, Bloodwing. I'm sure there's Amara Jane, and like I say, I'm sure there's somebody I'm missing. But everybody who keeps an eye on the chat for us when we're reading news or just talking to ourselves, much appreciated.
Sean Lee asks if I will tell us about the Chargers. They have broken my heart for the last 42 years. I love them with a passion that makes no sense. I was born in San Diego. My parents were big football fans. Dad always sided with the Chargers, Mom always with the Raiders, and I wasn't a mama or daddy's boy, but I was more of a daddy's boy. So I stuck with the Chargers, and they've been my team my whole life, and they have constantly broken my heart because they cannot figure out that the running game is important to football. Every time they get a good running game, they piss it away and go for a high-flying quarterback, which is good. It gets fans in the seats, but it doesn't win championships. Scribe Light, Ranting Monkey, and Ranting Monkey. Gotcha. Did you mean me twice, or did you actually want SDA to answer also? What's your favorite Burt Reynolds movie?
I can't answer that question, so.
Well, most people would probably say Smokey and the Bandit.
I would go with Boogie Nights.
Ah, very good choice. I was thinking along those lines. Favorite Burt Reynolds movie. What was that one where he was the cop? I can see the poster art in my head. I can't think of the title all of a sudden.
Google it.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll get the title in a minute, but I can picture the posters from the 80s or something.
As long as you didn't say Deliverance, we're good.
Well, I came close, but it's not his best movie.
My wife keeps chanting in the background, "Best Little Whorehouse in Texas." So
there you go. That's not bad.
I'm a Vikings fan, so I know where you're coming from, but that was a good-natured ribbing. Only team I hate is the Raiders, and that's because of their fans. Raiders fans can be horrific. My brother's a Raiders fan. He's not that kind of Raider fan. Somebody else mentioned being a Raiders fan. Scott Wilson, as a Raiders fan, I'm happy the Chargers suck. But at games I've gone to, more likely to mix it up with Raiders fans, they can be turds. See, it's not just even Raiders fans know Raiders fans suck. The time I realized how bad Raiders fans were was when I opened a newspaper and read about a Charger fan being stabbed at a Charger game. At the time, it was before it was Qualcomm. What the fuck was it called?
My dad texted me and said Sharky's Machine.
Sharky's Machine. Yeah, I figured it out. I was going to say Cop and a Half.
That's the one with the little
Is that the cop movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the cop movie I was thinking of, but it's the first one. When I put in Burt Reynolds cop movie, that's when it came up, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's a horrible, horrible movie. But yeah.
I thought that's the one you were talking about, but I couldn't remember the name of it.
No, I forget. It was like called Stalker or something. I can't remember. And it's a picture of him with like a gun holding it up, and there's like a girl behind him, sort of like hiding behind him for protection. And I remember that's the poster art, but I can't remember for the life of me what the name of the movie was.
I guess SDA Dad to the rescue.
Probably something like that. Let's see. Jacob says, is it weird that my first porno was a John Holmes porno?
Well, it depends on how old you are.
Yeah, I was about to say, how old are you? Sanguine says, can you squeal like a pig, and do you have a purty mouth? Yes and yes.
That movie fucked me up. I could not.
Straight Sith Male says, it's Lady Sith's birthday. Any suggestions? A red lightsaber on her cake.
The most expensive jewelry you can afford.
Yeah.
We missed a few questions back. Donald the Repentless said, what do you guys do when you can't decide what to make a video? What do you do when you can't decide what video to make, or where to begin with the topics you have in mind?
I either check Riley. If Riley's a bust, I don't make a video.
Lately, I haven't been going looking for topics. They've been finding me as something on the rare chance where I do is like, okay, I want to make a video. What am I going to do it about? Usually I'll just check my sub list. See, I sub to a lot of channels you probably wouldn't think I sub to because I make fun of them all the time, but that's why I sub to them to see what stupid shit they said.
Crazy opinion. Thank you very much. Something about working out. Okay. By the way, Monkey, yes, I'm a boy. By the way, Scribe, I'm dyslexic. Ableism, no, it's cool. Okay. Yes, the punctuation. I was just kidding. That's fine. Something about working out. Okay. So exercise. Okay.
Flair Fritz asked if we knew if we were near 100 streams and if we'd plan on doing something special for 100th stream. I imagine we're way past that.
No, we're not.
Have we counted? Well, we've done one stream every day for, what, 4 months? We've gone past 100 streams at this point.
Have we?
Yeah.
At least. I mean, we've missed a day or two here or there, but surely we've made up for that by now.
Yeah, well, we done fucked up. Oh, well.
We'll have to just do a random celebratory stream just for the fuck of it, because that's what we do around here.
Oh.
Do you remember Don Coryell? Yes, I do. Air Coryell. It was back in the Dan Fouts days. That's football reference for those of you who don't know your Chargers history. Deliverance is a weight loss incentive film.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, be like Burt Reynolds, don't be like Ned Beatty. That's
Wait, Jonah Kai isn't a guy?
No.
I'm an
I just
ass. I'm
assumed Jonah Kai was a
sorry.
chick.
Jonah Kai.
I just want to say, because that last line was from the Jack Cochran. We have some of the funniest people posting in our chat, and Jack is among the funniest. The shit you guys come up with just makes me laugh. Scribe Light, are you talking about Hustle?
Maybe I am. Hold on, because like I said, the box art is in my head. What was it? It looked like some kind of weird sci-fi action movie. Where is it here? Hustle.
While you're doing that, Jacob Nabo says, Ranting Monkey, the Saints are better. Let me tell you, it broke my heart to watch the Saints win the Super Bowl with Drew Brees, because he never should have been traded. Should have been him. Oh, God, never mind. Him and LaDainian in the Super Bowl in Chargers uniforms would have made my life complete. But no. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Was it Malone?
Have you guys seen Tremors? I have not seen.
Oh, Tremors is an American classic, and I'm not even being sarcastic about that. That is one of those movies that, as a standalone film, is practically perfect in every way. And I mean that sincerely. It's a great. Not only is it a great monster movie, which you don't really see many of those anymore, or saw those in the '90s for sure, but everything in that movie has a purpose. Every little joke or mention or anything pays off over the course of the film. It is a perfectly done movie.
Is Scribe being honest about that, or is he just being Scribe?
He's being honest. I haven't watched it, but he's always spoken very well of the movie when it comes up.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, well, I mean,
SDA, Lady Monkey would like to know where we stand on hashtag same room.
I don't know.
Do you want that dick on your face?
No, I don't.
I'll do it in whatever color you want.
No, what? No.
I can even point it to your eye rather than your mouth if you prefer.
No,
it doesn't have to be,
you're not.
It doesn't have to be pornographic.
I can agree to same room if there's no dick.
Now I have to do it on the last day when you don't know it's coming. I mean, not do it at
But
all.
why would I fall asleep anywhere where you can get to me?
That makes it sound like I'm a rapist. Why would I fall asleep where you can get to me?
I wouldn't. Well, this is, I mean, like, you're making yourself a Sharpie rapist.
Now my wife is trying to set me up here. Monkey will fall asleep first. You can draw a dick on his face.
I'm not doing that.
I would wake up as soon as you touched me. I am a very light sleeper. I didn't used to be, and that really sucks, because now here's a great fact of my life. My wife, when she comes into the room, if I'm sleeping and she's trying to be quiet, becomes the loudest thing on the planet. She will like trip over everything. She'll slam the door. It is amazing how loud she gets when she tries to be quiet. Don't, oh Jesus Christ me. You know it's true.
It's not.
It is. It is true.
I swear to God.
The only time she's ever woken me up is when she goes, I'm sorry, I was trying to be quiet. Like, stop that shit. Just be normal.
Tootsie Boo was like, you could get your own room. Yeah, that was the idea. This is why it's a joke.
No, Tootsie Boo, don't you understand how expensive hotel rooms are? Why are you trying to ruin this for me?
I mean, but that's the only reason why I'm like, maybe because they're fucking expensive, and I want to go to VidCon in Australia too with Bay. So,
this is a good question. Dominus Kane asks, Scribe and Monkey, will you be doing any more movie reviews together? We actually talked about that after the end of that stream. I love talking movies with Scribe. We end up going on way too long about them, but I have fun. And SDA, you could even be included in this. I'm not meaning to leave you out, because I did not mean to leave you out of the last one. I apologize for that. But we talked about that, and one of the reasons we haven't done more is because we don't see the same. Like, I don't go to the movies hardly ever. But me and Lady Monkey are going to try to have date nights more often. So hopefully, yeah, we can work out something like that. Or if there's some movie neither of us have seen, we can do something on that, like watch it on video or something. But yeah, I would like to do it more.
I've got my crazy opinions ad ready.
Go ahead.
Let's see if I end up going to hell for this one. It's the new aerobic craze that's sweeping the nation. Craze Bow. Join Crazy Opinion for your daily 30-minute workout by sweating to the spelling bee. The best workout for those needing to get in shape and work to counter your dyslexia. Do your leg lifts as Crazy Opinion spells words to the bests of the hits of the 80s and 90s. Craze Bow. It'll help you spell, bro.
Nice.
Jesus. Do you hate me? Crazy Opinion, do you hate me now? I couldn't help myself.
He threw out the dyslexia thing,
No,
so
I know,
maybe he was hoping for that.
It was all in good fun. Burt Reynolds posters.
You still haven't found that?
No, I'm looking. I have this very distinct image in my head where he was holding like a gun with a laser sight or something, and there was a woman standing behind.
IDBM to his movie list.
I am. I'm looking at the movie posters right now, trying to find what it is, and it might be. Is it Stick? Oh my God, I can't.
Scribe's favorite Burt Reynolds movie is so memorable.
Obscure.
He can't remember it.
Yeah, it's so obscure that I remember the box art, but I don't remember the title.
So Jenna Cochran threw out Hustle too. So
yeah, and it wasn't. I don't see anything for Hustle that reminds me of this.
Crazy Opinion said, "Oh God, I love it." So he approved of you're not going to hell over that commercial.
All right. Oh, fuck. Maybe it was Sharky's Machine. It was either Sharky's Machine or Stick. I can't tell now.
It was Cop and a Half. Don't lie to us.
It was up the creek, is what it was. Did he have a mustache in that movie? Asked Scotch. Gosh, that really narrows it down. The Longest Yard. Now, The Longest Yard was a good movie.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
The
original.
Movie.
I
the original.
haven't watched the second.
Just like the Longest Yard, as far as sports movies go, The Longest Yard and Slapshot are probably two of my favorite sports movies.
Slapshot was excellent.
Yes, Slapshot was great.
Lady Monkey said, Scribe Light and SDA, you both know that if Ranting Monkey goes to VidCon, you have to babysit him, right? Well,
I understand that.
Fine, we'll leave him home and Scribe and I can go.
I'm just not changing his diapers. That's all.
I don't need diapers.
What do you need?
Just a quiet corner nobody's looking at.
Do you need like somebody to push you around in a wheelchair?
No, I can limp.
Okay. Do you need a cane? I got a couple of spare canes.
No, it's.
You know what? We should get you a monkey-headed cane.
Oh, that would
like a cane with a silver monkey head on top.
With some midget hookers.
Ooh, yeah, with like midgets, with some scroll work onto the cane of like little like pinup midgets.
Pat can carry you.
No,
Yay!
Yeah, Pat, you're strong as fuck.
Yeah, you can give him piggyback rides. That'd be hilarious.
And I keep losing weight, so I'll be like 100 pounds by then.
Yeah.
I'll look like I just got out of Auschwitz.
Punisher asks, have you ever heard of the UK game show
Wait.
What?
Pat said he'll be a monkey on my back.
Oh, perfect. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, good job, Pat. Punisher says, have you ever heard of the UK game show Pointless? It's all about finding the most obscure answers to stuff. I have not heard of it. I can imagine the UK would find entertainment out of that.
You would find entertainment out of that. What are you fucking talking about the UK?
Well, I mean, I like Jeopardy to a point. Do you think Jeopardy will outlast Alex Trebek? Like, if Alex Trebek dies, do you think they'll actually do Jeopardy anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Think so?
They've done it with every other show.
Who'd be the best next host for Jeopardy then? Burt Reynolds.
Is Jeopardy still a thing?
Yeah, it's still on the air as far as I know.
Okay.
At this point, I would think like Anderson Cooper.
Oh, God.
He would make a great
game show host?
Yeah.
Quiz show host?
No, not just game show host, Jeopardy host.
No, okay.
He's got that I already knew the answer, even though you know he read it off the fucking card face.
Scotch asks, what was that sports movie Billy D. Williams was in? Oh, Predator. No, wait. You mean Star Trek? Yeah, no. Billy D. Williams sports movie. I don't know. Let's see what the Google says, because I don't know. Brian's Song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so James Caan. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a movie that makes a lot of men cry.
Oh, Jack Cochran says Keith Olbermann would be smug enough for Jeopardy. You're probably right.
Yeah, I get he could pull it off.
Cenk Uygur. What about Cenk Uygur doing Jeopardy?
He's too fat. He would fall over and die during taping.
Under those hot lights. He's sweating. Let's see. Billy D. sports movie, Colt 45 bitch slapping. Thank you, Jack Cochran.
If you guys have never seen Brian's Song, you should watch it. This is definitely more a male movie, but it'll make you cry.
But don't you like chick flicks?
I do like chick flicks.
What you mean?
That
like
doesn't mean you can't watch male.
Yeah, men with emotions playing sports. Chicks don't like that. Okay.
No, but chicks don't like men with emotions. It's gross.
Well, there's a very specific reason this elicits emotion, and it's well told. Don't you be nice, woman.
If Cenk hosted the show, they'd have to change the name to Of Course.
Right.
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 Oh man, I gotta find another time to put that in there. Jacob says, Scribe, like the Burt Reynolds movies you're probably thinking was Malone. Maybe. I don't know. I've got this. I swear to, and here's the thing. I really hope it's actually a Burt Reynolds movie poster I'm thinking of, because I swear to God, if it's not, I've just sent this stream into an absolute
How
tizzy.
is Burt Reynolds?
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, fuck.
You're probably thinking of like...
You just
you're
should.
You're fine.
You know.
Based on what you're describing, I think you're talking about Cobra with...
No. I know Cobra. I'll check to make sure I'm not transposing Sylvester Stallone with.
I don't think I've ever seen him.
Who? Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
His last really big movie was probably Boogie Nights. I mean, he did a couple of things after that, but nothing that got the acclaim that he did.
Yeah, no, I can see why you'd say Cobra Monkey, but it's not that poster. I swear to God, it was a picture of Burt Reynolds, if I'm remembering correctly, in a full body, and he's got like a gun in his hand, and he's got like either like a leather trench coat on or something like that, and a woman is behind him, either hiding behind him for protection or also holding a gun. I can't really remember, and it's like a blue poster.
First Cynic said, maybe you should not watch Brokeback Mountain if you don't like men with emotions. No, those men are already gay. They're already fucking each other. They don't want to get pussy. If you're gay, you can feel things.
Burt Reynolds was born in 1936, says Scott. That is an old man.
What was going on?
And Lady Monkey's playing referee in the chat.
What's your favorite racist joke?
Ooh, what's the difference between a pizza and a Jew?
Oh.
A pizza doesn't scream when you put it in the oven.
My favorite racist joke is, what do you call a black guy who flies an airplane?
I don't know what.
A pilot, you fucking racist. I fucking love that joke. It's excellent.
My favorite racist joke. I don't know that I have a favorite racist joke. I did come up with something that's okay. So what do you call a Native American bukkake enthusiast?
Oh God, I'm afraid to ask.
A Seminole Indian.
Oh, that is fucking gross. For those of you who don't know what bukkake is, look it up.
Yeah. Urban Dictionary is your friend. And the Seminole thing is all about it being a homonym, just so you know. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Questions. Chat, do you have questions for us? We have 15 minutes to kill, amongst other things.
Did you see this poster for Sharky's Machine?
No, well, I don't know. What this poster?
I'm trying to get it to come up big, and it's not.
Your boy Pat says, how about Driven? I saw Driven. You know the thing I remember about Driven? It had the worst audio. It had the worst audio mixing and recording I have ever heard on a full screen, like, theatrical release, because the audio in that film and some of the conversational pieces was so bad. Maybe it was the copy I was watching, but it was awful. I just couldn't believe that this is... Yes.
Pay attention.
What?
No, he's talking. It's fine.
What am I supposed to be paying attention to?
This poster for Sharky's machine. You can kind of tell he's wearing a coat. Big gun, woman standing behind him.
It's not. No, this was a photograph. It was a photograph. It was him standing there in like a leather jacket or something with a woman behind him, and he was holding a big gun. I don't remember. I don't even know if I like the movie now. I just want to find that fucking poster.
Scribe, Scott wants you to name one flaw about me and Monkey.
One flaw about you and Monkey?
He only gets one? Like
a personality flaw?
There's a wrong answer to that question.
Yeah. Monkey. A flaw.
You're not talking about Rent-A-Cop, are you?
I don't think so. Let me see.
It was him and Liza Minnelli. Well, you'd said cop before.
Yeah, it's true. Oh God, is that it? That might be it. Oh shit, that might be it. With Liza Minnelli. It's close. It's not what's in my head, but then maybe my memory's just completely gone bonkers. So unless or until I see something more accurate to my memory, sure, we'll say Rent-A-Cop. Oh, Jesus. Name a flaw of Monkey and SDA. SDA doesn't have a very strong attention span.
Oh.
She gets distracted easily.
You just talk for too long. It's different.
Oh, claws are coming out.
Touché. Monkey's biggest flaw is, his biggest weakness is probably Grand Monkey.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and also squeaky door. And smoking. Yeah.
Leave my fucking squeaky door alone. I like my squeaky door.
Personality flaw. Yeah, Scotch, I don't know. I generally only judge people in the realm of flaws if they've done something like wrong to me, because I am the worst person to start judging other people on character flaws, because I've got so much garbage in my head and in my own behavior and everything else that it's really hard for me to hold someone else to judgment less them having done something horrible to someone intentionally. So I don't know.
I can answer that one for you about me. I am sometimes way too quick to judge, and I actually have to stop myself. And we've seen that in streams a couple of times, where you have to rein me back in, and it happens. I'm okay with it. I know who I am.
Time to time.
No, I have no flaws. Scribe's wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
Your only flaw is there's not a dick drawn on your face.
We will remedy that next year at VidCon.
Scribe, I swear to God, if you help him with that, I will take one of your stupid canes and I'll beat you with it.
How am I going? Yeah, and by the way, like I said, I am going to do my best. If I go to VidCon and I have a plan ahead of time or something, I'm going to try to find an outfit similar to my avatar to be wearing around VidCon.
Yeah. But
here's the thing. Do I know how? Well, where's it's in Anaheim, right?
Anaheim, yeah.
It's in a hotel, right?
Yes.
They have air conditioning in the hotel, right?
There's not enough air conditioning in the world to fix California in the summer.
It's not that bad.
I'll find a way. I mean, this is something I just have to
girl bitching about how hot it's going to be in California.
I don't like hot.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
For the record, I'm glad you wore the purple shirt tonight. It looks nice.
Yes. Thank you for changing it up a little bit for at least my stream, if not anybody else's. And
by the way, fuck? Why you do it for his stream and not mine? That's fucked
I like him
up.
better today.
I love how she picks which day she likes which one of
Yeah,
us better.
exactly. Yeah, it's almost like it goes on a cycle or something.
It does.
It's on a 28-day cycle.
28 cycles later.
Never come to I don't mind Florida because you have like sea
Yeah.
breezes, and so it
Say
like
Florida
cools-
again?
Oh,
Shut up. So it cools down at night, whereas
Florida.
like in Georgia,
oh
So
God.
it's fucking hot and sticky the entire time.
Yeah, like Louisiana. A couple times I've been down there. That was awful. That was like hell. Jesus, it was so hot and humid.
You don't like hot and you live in Georgia. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I grew up for most of my formative years in Virginia, which is a huge fucking swamp, and it's nothing but humidity. And I
Mhm.
actually like it. I prefer a nice humid day. Who knows at
What's
that?
wrong with you? Don't tell me what I can't wrinkle my nose at.
I'll tell you whatever the fuck I want to tell you. I'm a man, damn it.
Now you're a man. Manly man.
I'm a man.
I'm not going to say the first thing that just popped into my head.
Questions? Did anybody? I'm sorry, chat. Did I miss anything here? If you had a
Probably.
superpower, what would it be? Mine changes every time we get asked that, so
Mhm.
this won't match whatever I said last time. Invincibility.
The ability to stop time. That's always been my answer. Freeze time.
Still like the line of sight thing,
What line of sight thing?
where you can like teleport to if something. To
Oh,
somebody
like Nightcrawler? Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what
teleporting
Nightcrawler
is
can do.
this.
Yeah, teleport.
Yeah, but it's like you can only teleport to like where you can see.
Well, that's what Nightcrawler does.
I know, but that's not where I got the idea.
Well, I didn't say you stole it. I'm just never mind. Jeez. Scribe Light, White
Scotch.
Lightning, Sam Whiskey. White Lightning. Let me see.
Scotch has asked several times if you've seen Tommy.
Tommy, can you hear me? Yes, I've seen Tommy. My sister was a big Who fan when we were growing up, and so between Tommy and Quadrophenia, I had to watch this shit. Yeah, I've seen it.
If you could own any vehicle, which would it be? Oh.
As far as the Burt Reynolds stuff, it's got to be a movie somewhere in either the late 70s up to the mid 80s because
How did we get from vehicles to an old guy with a mustache?
He was looking because somebody asked him about White Lightning.
Somebody asked me, and I'm trying to. They gave me a couple of movie titles, and they're old movies, and I'm like, no, this had an 80s flavor, late 70s, early 80s look to it. And again, at this point, I'm not even sure it was a Burt Reynolds movie, so I might be
It
just
was
like,
Cobra.
it wasn't Cobra.
It was
All right,
Cobra.
whatever. So I want a yacht with a pretty person being a captain and shit.
I would like a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier.
I want a 79 gold Chevelle with frosted oval windows, a swivel chair, and taco balls on the inside of the windshield.
And I want all the planes that go with it.
Oh, and bucket seats. Also bucket seats.
Yeah, I want bucket seats on my aircraft carrier too.
Yeah, 79 gold Chevelle.
No, I'll just take the captain's chair.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
I do. I think it would be awesome to own one because it's like having your own floating city.
Wait, Burt Reynolds was in Universal Soldier 2? What? Okay. And Universal Soldier 3. Okay. Well,
Tootsie Boo says back in the day, Burt Reynolds was a hot piece of man.
yeah, there's that picture of him being like all fully naked with like the bear rug or whatever.
Yeah, from Playgirl.
Playgirl, yeah, that's what it was.
He was like their
Like
first
favorite Tom
centerfold.
Selleck movie. Oh, it's got to be Quigley Down Under.
What was the one?
Okay, what does this movie poster look like?
Was he the one in So I Married an Axe Murderer?
Is Tom
Tom
Selleck?
No,
Selleck?
Her Alibi. Her Alibi.
Yeah, maybe.
Very similar plot.
So I Married an Axe Murderer. Yes, Michael Myers
similar
and
plot.
Tom Selleck star.
Oh, you don't get to laugh at me for mistaken movies. You're not
Well,
even sure the one you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, do you know what iconic movie role Tom Selleck turned down?
Indiana Jones.
Very good. Very good.
Why does why does Duffy want me kicked from the group? That's rude. What did I do?
Kick SDA from group, please. Why, Duffy? Does she have a character flaw you disagree with?
We're not going to do it, but we're curious why you think we should.
Okay, so this poster, and again, at this point, I don't even know if it's Burt Reynolds, but it was a full-bodied shot of the hero. I'll just say it's the hero. And he was either in a leather jacket, like a bomber jacket kind of thing, or a trench coat.
Yeah,
and he's standing there holding a big gun, and behind him was a woman who was either hiding behind him for protection or herself had a weapon. I think she was hiding. And it's like the poster shows him in full stance, like standing either in a doorway or in just a plain background of the city or something. That's my image. I don't know who it was now. It might not have been Burt Reynolds.
You're thinking of Shaft.
No, it was a white guy. Sorry.
You don't know that.
I kind of know that.
Oh my God. Okay.
Why are you so grumpy about this? We're having fun.
Because it's like for the past hour, it's been like, what's this movie? Nobody knows.
Okay. No. It hasn't even been a full half hour yet. We start taking questions at 10:30.
It's too much time.
Can't fight my logic.
Spent on this fucking movie mystery, and I'm over it.
Ooh, movie mystery.
Movie mystery, yes. If somebody can find what I'm thinking of, then congratulations. You win a cookie.
Several people have mentioned, and Lady Monkey just did, The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing. Have you looked at that one yet?
The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing.
It's him standing there in a big trench coat. I don't remember seeing a woman in the picture that I saw.
No. That's a cool poster, but no, that's not the one I was thinking of. This has a decidedly 80s I'm in the city action movie.
No. We listened to Fairy Talk the other night. You don't get a huff at us over this.
Yeah, Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Tinkerbell was kind of up there.
You liked the Fairy Talk, so hush.
No, I like the fairy movies. I like the Tinkerbell movies. I really do.
No, it's not that I feel left out. I'm always left out. It's just that if I'm going to be left out, can you just move on to a different fucking topic, please?
Wait. Back up. Always left out?
Yeah, you guys always talk about movies, and I'm always left out.
You're not always left out. We could talk about The Princess Bride. We were supposed to do that anyway.
Yeah,
we already did.
No, we didn't. You just said you didn't like the film.
Yeah, we never talked about it. We never had like the stream where we discussed it.
Well, we could talk about the things you actually did like.
Yeah. I mean, you've been quoting it left and right, apparently, with your mother.
And some of the lines are funny. I don't know. That's it. There's not much else to talk about.
Okay, never mind that. See, I try to include you, and you slam the door shut.
Whatever.
Big vaginal meat flap doors just come.
Jesus.
That's how it played out in my mind, at least. The Tinkerbell movies are great. You're right, your boy Pat. You have a daughter, right?
He does.
Yeah, that's why, because he also watches My Little Pony. I don't judge men who have daughters who watch that kind of stuff, because that's what you should do. So, did we figure out what poster that was?
Nope. I'm still looking myself, and it'll probably be a mystery until the end of time.
I did that entirely to get her reaction.
Yeah, I know. Jack Cochran, I am not thinking of Big Trouble in Little China. This is a very, looks like a E-movie action. What?
Did you like Big Trouble in Little China?
Oh, yeah.
That movie was excellent. We should make her watch that.
And they're remaking it. They're remaking it.
You know what I saw at Walmart the other day?
What's
they have a 4-pack movie that includes Tango and Cash and another movie we talk about all the time.
Tango and Cash is great.
It's The Last Boy Scout.
Yes. So Buddy cop movies for the win. Oh.
I didn't pay attention to the other 2 movies, but I saw that and I meant to get it and I forgot to. So next time I go.
Yeah, I got. If that's out there, we should each buy a copy of that and then watch those and talk about them.
Yes, we'll do a movie review on those. Yeah, and SDA, you can watch them if you want and come with us. Look at her shaking her head no.
Yeah.
I'm always left out.
Okay, guys, that is going to bring us to the end of this exciting stream of Who's Got the Poster. I will entertain any images as people are already sending them to me on Twitter if you think you might have found it. I don't have a prize to award if you find what I'm thinking of, but I will definitely retweet you and give you all the praise in the world if it happens to be the case that you find it before I do. And if I find it, I will definitely post it for everyone to know what the fuck I was thinking of. In any case, chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Moderators in the chat, thank you so much for policing our rowdy pipers in there. Ranting Monkey, Lord of Pain, thank you for joining me tonight.
Pleasure.
SDA, Lord of Penguins, thank you for joining me tonight. Okay, no, that's good. That's something. That is her form of communication. And I, as your host, the Lord of Please Let Me Finish. We will see you tomorrow night on Monkey's channel. Yes, or is it SDA's channel?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna be on my channel in 30 minutes.
Okay, so yes, SDA is going to be on her channel in 30 minutes. You're talking with Mara about books again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then tomorrow night on Monkey's channel at the usual Monkey time of 9 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Monkey?
I will probably be awake, so go watch her stream. I will be in the chat.
Okay. All right.
Look at her smile. See, that's why you should come.
Yeah, there you go. See, everybody? There she is. She's really, really upset right now. Can she hold it? Can she hold it?
Go